Good afternoon. I'm Maurizio Sarti, president of Prato Futura. My speech is about the creativity, how is used in Prato. Prato is a textile city mainly. Our focus is on the design and on the supply of fabrics, yarn, and fashion in general. The first question that I thought when I write down this slide is, what is Prato? Does people that will listen to me know what is Prato? So Prato is the third most important city in the central of Italy, and is the third city because the number of inhabitants, we are about 250,000. The number of company, we have about 8,000 company that works in fashion and different sector. All this company works with the domestic, but mainly with the international market. And Prato is probably the biggest city that supply fashion for women's fashion all around the world. We have customers all over the world, and the main name, the most important, all over the world. Because of this attitude to export, we have built also a logistic hub. So Prato has a very important facility for transportation, and this make an attractive also to other companies that are not in the fashion but that take advantage of the logistic facility. So in Prato area there are also a lot of foreign company or big Italian company that set their warehouse here because the facility to transport the goods from the center of Italy to all over Italy. We take care also about our environmental because since the beginning the industrial company that are in Prato build a water supply system. In the beginning this water supply system was called Gore, was just aimed to supply the water to the company. Then we built a water treatment plant in 1981 that cleaned the water used in the industrial process and make us able to reuse this water. So with this technology, we take care about our environmental and try to make our environmental nicer to live in. We have also an important cultural heritage. The most important is for sure the Datini archive. Datini was a merchant from the 14th century, and he left a lot of documents that treat about how the merchant and trade was carried on in that period. So it's a very important there are many important documents from which we can understand which goods were traded in that period, how they trade, the routes, the financial instrument, the mentality, the expectation. We have also artistic heritage. The most important is Filippo Lippi. He has been teacher for Botticelli. And from this I can tell a small story, because when we speak about creativity, it's correct to study, to put all the ingredients to build the creativity, to try to promote the creativity, but sometimes it's just a chance. Filippo Lippi, who has been a very important artist, came in Prato because of a nun. So he found this nun, he fell in love with a nun, you believe or not, and he found a creative way to attend this nun. He painted in Prato. So sometimes we become crazy to understand how creativity can be put in one place, and many times it's just by chance. So chance is a very important factor that we cannot control, but most of the time is a key factor. This is a picture of a letter of Datini that were speaking with some customer about the fabric. So you see the swatch of the fabric for 1402. So, but I try to understand or to summarize what is the creativity in Prato, where does it come from? And I write down 5 points. The most important, in my opinion, is the framework where we live. We live in a very nice place. There is Florence, so the Renaissance born in Florence is the most important city in the world for Renaissance. And we take advantage of this culture. Plus, we live in Tuscany, that is a beautiful country, a beautiful area, and being immersed in this nice place stimulate the creativity by itself without going to school. Somebody who lives in a nice place has the sense of beauty inside. You don't need to go to school. Of course, you need the school to make it better, to better understand how to use the creativity. But if you consider the creativity as a street from 1 to 10, we start from 5, because we already have the sense of beauty. This sense of beauty reflects also the quality of life, because if you live in a nice environmental, you try to keep it, to preserve. This is why we build the water treatment plant. We have also in Prato a widespread open-air museum. There are many arts all around Prato and Prato area. The most important out of Prato is Fattoria di Celle, that is between I think the 5th most important modern art open-air museum in Italy. And in the world, sorry. Plus, there is a lot of arts all around Prato that walking through the city, you can feel these kind of things. And it's part of the beauty that you learn just walking in the city. Lifelong education. As I said, we live in the beauty, but we have to promote and try to increase the education and the sense of beauty. And we have many different ways. One important way is the fashion school. We have a very important fashion school in Prato that is Buzzi, that teach the people the base, the technical base and the fashion base for the main industry in Prato, for the textile. Apart of this, there are so many schools that cover different topics that we can choose from. Plus, there is Florence. If somebody likes to study arts, probably Florence is better than Prato. There are universities in Prato, Italian and foreign. We are here in a Monash University, for instance. There is a fabric museum that make exhibition about arts applied to fashion. And the most important is that we live, our company produce fashion. So the new trends, we consider new trends as an attitude of mind. What does it mean? It's very difficult to make a code for fashion, to understand how fashion and new trends and creativity are done. All the company in Prato, the 8,000 company in Prato, everybody try to be more creative than the other, to do something different from his competitor. And this make a very wide choice, a very wide proposal of fashion. Something is nice, most of them probably are not nice, but anyway, we don't know what is beauty and what is not around the world. So all this company make an estimate 80,000 new fabrics and 2,500 new yarn every year, both from new material and recycled material. Prato is very well known in the world also for using recycled material. Prato take the garment, destroy the garment, and obtain the new regenerated yarn from the garment. So this is something that take care about environmental. And all this fashion goes either to the high street fashion and the fast fashion. What is important from a creativity point of view is that this wide proposal of fabric, of fashion, tend to preserve the creativity of everybody, because there will be always some small designer, some famous designer, somebody that would like to have something special. And for sure you can find it in Prato. And everybody can make a garment, or the designer can make a garment that promote his own identity. So a wide proposal of fashion end up being a wide proposal of a slightly different garment and identity of the person. So Prato is important also for this. Another very important aspect is the society. Prato is a multicultural society. Because of the high number of companies that are in Prato, the facility, the easy access to the market, because many companies in Prato works for third party. What means that you don't need to have the infrastructure to do everything by yourself. You can just outsource part of the process to a different company. That makes it easy to people with a low budget to open an economic activity. So this economic activity can be Italian, but can be also made from foreign people. Prato is the city with the highest number of ethnic groups. We have over 100 different ethnic groups in Prato. As you know, probably, the biggest community is the Chinese community. And the Chinese community is the second biggest Chinese community in Europe. But the most important thing is not the absolute number, is the percentage. 18% of foreign population in Prato is not Italian, is foreign. And this happened only in the last 20 years. This opened a lot of problems, because having high foreign population rate in a short period of time make it impossible to absorb these people from a cultural point of view, because different people has different habits, and it's difficult in a short time to absorb without any problem different mentality in a city. We are trying to face this problem, and for sure we need a creative way to solve this problem, and probably we need just the time, because there are so many people that try to make something nicer and different, or to anyway to put people together. But Prato is not only fashion. Prato is famous also for other things. Here I put only few other. For the movie we have Roberto Benigni, who won the Oscar in 1999 with Life is Beautiful. In the literature we have from the past Curzio Malaparte and Gabriele D'Annunzio, but recently also Sandro Veronesi and Edoardo Nesi, who win the Premio Strega. I don't know in English how to translate. The music field we have Domenico Zipoli, and in the sports Yuri Keki, that also win Olympic Games, World Championship in the ring, gymnastic. Yeah. So Prato is not only fashion, has a lot of other famous people in different fields. As a Prato Futura, we made some suggestions, and we try to act in order to promote and make it apply this suggestion. The first and most important, as I told about the multicultural society, is strength the integration and cultural events in order to put together people with different mentality. to link the supply chain of all the companies that are in Prato through the ICT company in order to make a better customer service. We serve so many customers that we need to follow very well these customers. Either they are big or small, they all are high demanding. Try to promote art and craft to new generation. Prato, if you think as a football match, Prato is a serious league for the fashion. So we have to promote to the young people that we are leading in this area, and we have to trust our economy and our business. Pick out and emphasize Prato highlight. Work closer to other textile city. Work in group is very important. As you have seen from Concordia Wearcrack, we managed to take out the ship from Isola del Giglio, but why? Because they work in a team, not only one company. There was a mixture of companies that managed to work as a group. So work closer to other textile city. Work, team, group, working is the most important thing that we have to learn, and that's not so easy. Strengthen relationship with international organizations. There are so many opportunities around the world to promote the city, promote the business, and we have to take advantage of this opportunity. At the end, we made a small movie that speaks about Prato. The movie, I just say one thing. We make it as like a formula. So the movie starts with an image of Prato, with an open bracket. Then we speak about Prato and end up with another image of Prato. So it's like Prato is the container between the brackets, and inside there is the formula for fashion and creativity.